So last week I made a video about H3H3 and how awful he is on reviewing the Zack Snyder Justice League trailer. Not just how bad he is on reviewing that, but reviewing pretty much anything, and how his opinions are also awful. So I'm gonna make a video about the exact same thing here, but instead of just the trailer, he actually watched the movie. There's some good things in here, but it's mainly bad, and let's get right into it.
You know, we've been talking a lot about the Justice League.
If the laughing didn't really tell you anything there, it told me that they really do not give a crap about this movie at all. It's just a hot topic for them to cover because they know that people are mad at them for their garbage opinions towards it. And it's only garbage because they don't actually give it any fair chance to actually review compared to other content that they've reviewed before.
And I have to say, a lot of us were being like, well, pretty much all of us said unanimously that this is going to be horrible. In fact, it holds a coveted title amongst our highlight clips as one of the most disliked.
I don't think it's one of the most. I think it is the most disliked. Right, Ian?
Justice League HD podcast highlights. Is it really? Of all the things I've said and done, this is the one.
This one, you crossed the line, Ethan.
So he's talking about his last two videos about Zack Snyder's Justice League. The dislike ratios were awful. His second video, which is the video I covered, being the most disliked. There's a really good YouTuber, I'll put him on the screen right now. He made a video about the first one, and he is absolutely right in everything he says, and I 100% back this up. So please go check out this video if you would like to see his opinions and see why I agree so much with it. But yeah, both of those videos are going to be disliked, and it wouldn't surprise me if they're the most disliked thing that you've ever done, because you are pretty garbage at what you're doing. It's very simple. You just got to pay attention to the trailer, hear it, see it, and then give your opinions on it. If your opinions are negative, we don't care. At least you gave it a fair chance and you reviewed it. But you didn't even really take the time to hear it, listen to it, and see it properly. This is why reaction channels are doing so much better than these stupid podcasts and these stupid commentary channels who want to try to review it, but they really don't give a damn on what they do. Ethan doesn't give a damn about his job at all. That is why he's getting pooed on all the time. And you didn't cross any line. Yeah, you didn't know about Zack Snyder's daughter taking her own life, but it wasn't essential to review the trailer or anything like that. People did comment that, but that's just people trying to make you seem like a super bad guy. It doesn't matter if you knew that or not. I mean, it might have been a little helpful to know the backstory on how the movie got to where it is now, but it's not needed to review a trailer. You don't need to know about Zack Snyder's personal life in order to review one of his trailers.
We called it Justice League is Try Hard Garbage.
I think that title didn't do us any favor.
Because it was like...
That title is ridiculous.
Yeah,
Ethan.
I agree.
You agree that that title is ridiculous? You are literally calling it garbage. You were expecting it to be one of the worst movies ever in the video. You don't think that title is ridiculous. And the only reason why you're saying it now is because this video of you talking about you actually watching the movie, you completely flipped the title and said it was the best superhero movie ever made, which could be sarcasm, but at the same time, yeah, your titles are pretty trash, but that's not why it was disliked. It wasn't disliked because your title was that. It's because people actually watched the video. You are trash at what you do.
Look at your face.
Bro, you guys whoa! This one's even worse!
Oh my god, this just happened.
Yeah, this is from 2 weeks ago.
So he looks at the video that I reviewed last week, and of course people are going to dislike it even more is because you've done it a second time in a row. And plus, I made a video on it, so a couple of the people watching my video from last week could have went over and disliked it. I'm not actually sending people over to dislike any certain video unless they deserve it, and you completely deserve it.
How's this guy gonna watch a 4-hour movie with an open mind but can't even watch a trailer properly? I'm sorry, what's a proper way to watch a trailer, bro?
A proper way to watch a trailer is by looking at it and hearing it. Were you doing that? Nope, you were not. You need to be able to give the trailer a proper viewing if you're gonna end up reviewing the trailer, or you're gonna get some backlash online for it. This is why reaction channels are starting to get bigger and bigger, and they're more received well compared to all these commentary slash podcasters. I don't even know what H3H3 is anymore.
Well, anyway, it came out last night, and I watched the whole damn thing, all 4 hours.
You actually got all the way through?
I finished it.
Wow.
At like 3 a.m. Because I started at like, 10. I was like, all right, I can stay up to 2, but then you have to go to the bathroom, you get a snack, you take the dogs out. 4 hours is a long time to sit still.
All right, so I can back up Ethan on this one. 4 hours is a long time to be sitting down, but he did take the hour break, so he managed to get through it in one sitting. I'm glad that he got up and took a little bit of a break because knowing his tiny brain, he probably couldn't sit through it all without getting burnt out. So I'm glad that he took the break and he gave proper attention to the movie. At least I hope he gave proper attention, but it seems like he did.
I started watching with Ethan, and I watched maybe 10 minutes, and then I was like, okay, I get it, but I could make better use of my
I was
time.
like, what do you get?
And I watched The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
And then,
So apparently the girl, to Ethan's right, only watched it for 10 minutes and then decided to go watch Beverly Housewives or whatever. Which I guess is fine. You watch for 10 minutes, that's fine. It's not for you. You didn't have to watch it. But you should have absolutely no say-so when it comes to the movie review. So please keep your mouth shut and let the people who actually seen the movie talk, because that's the point of the video.
Get the joke.
okay, so let me share my thoughts. Because I'm out here getting disliked into oblivion.
Yeah.
Put my neck out. I watched all 4 hours. Here's what I'm going to say about it. It was pretty good.
Really?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
No spoilers, by the way. You shouldn't
With
spoil
the
it.
exception of like a few almost intolerably corny moments, you know?
All right, so he liked it. He thinks it's pretty good, but he found a couple parts corny. No problem here, and I'm not going to crap on him for that because he actually watched the movie. Seems like he paid attention, and that's his review. Let's continue.
Yeah, I'm
Like-
surprised you said that because I'd say the first like hour that you were watching it, you were repeatedly messaging us with like, "What the is this movie?" So
Yeah, I mean,
they
there
must
was
have really turned it around at some point.
So whoever the guy was talking exposed something that is exactly wrong with Ethan. He won't watch something in full. He'll have to give his opinion right from the get-go and not watch it as a full piece. But this is incredibly dangerous because as you can see, he texted his buddies or whatever and said, WTF, what is this movie? And actually when he finished the movie, he thought it was pretty good. So he was only an hour in before he was already judging it, and I'm assuming he was probably 30 seconds in before judging what the hell was this movie. But I'm glad he watched it in full and he came out with a better opinion.
For a 4-hour movie, I thought that I didn't actually mind the length. Because, you know, in a
Really?
lot of these movies, they try to tell so much story in like 2 hours, and you're like, there was no pacing. That was a nightmare. So actually, I thought, you know, with the amount of story they were trying to pack in, that it was pretty good. And I didn't mind the length.
So he liked the 4-hour runtime. It's pretty inconvenient for a lot of people to watch a 4-hour movie in one sitting, but he didn't mind the length. It fit with the story, and I completely agree with Ethan here.
The only part I hated, I'm not going to give out a spoiler, is the ending, which, and I think, I don't think I'm spoiling anything because I've seen it all over social media. People know that Jared Leto made a cameo, Jared Leto's Joker in the cameo.
So your video 2 weeks ago talked about Jared Leto's Joker, so yeah, it's definitely not a spoiler at all.
And so I saw people on Twitter being like, Jared Leto is proving himself to be the true Joker. I was like, no,
No
way I buy this. So anyway, I'm watching, and at the very end, he makes his little cameo. And that was the worst part of the film. By far.
So he has a problem with Jared Leto's Joker, and he doesn't agree with the people on Twitter saying that Jared Leto proves that he's the best Joker. I definitely don't think Jared Leto is the best Joker either, so I agree with him. But I don't think it ruined the ending of the movie. I think the ending of the movie was enhanced by having Jared Leto's Joker in there and having Jared Leto's Joker be different this time around. I think it helped, and there's reasonings behind that, but let's see what he says next.
Until I thought this is a really good movie. I even say really good up until the last, 20 minutes, and I was like, this is no longer a really good movie. This is a good movie. You know what I mean? It went down a point.
So he said that this sort of ruined the movie at the end and it brought it down a notch. I can completely understand any story or movie that has a 3-act structure. If your first 2 acts are really good and your 3rd act is bad, you'll end up leaving the movie theater or leaving the story in general with a bad taste in your mouth, and that could ruin your overall experience. I think the 3rd act of the film and the ending of the movie was just fine for Zack Snyder's Justice League. I didn't have a problem with it, and I walked away thinking the movie is a bloody masterpiece. But I can understand if other people don't. I'm not saying that other people have to have the same opinion as me. All I'm saying is if that brought down a couple points for Ethan, the ending of the movie, that's fine. And if he didn't like Jared Leto's Joker, that's fine. It would be good though if he explained why, but you'll see in this next clip he doesn't explain why.
Jared Leto is by far the cringiest Joker. He's horrible. He's doubled down on the whole. Yeah, He somehow, Avi, you said it, I think it's true. He somehow made his laugh even worse than it was in the. It's just he literally goes ah. I swear to God, that's how he laughs. He goes ah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So, but with peace and love to Jared Leto, you were the worst Joker and the worst part of the movie. Other than that, I thought it was really cool. I thought it was good.
So he thinks that it's the most cringiest and the worst Joker ever, and it's mainly because of the laugh. Okay. If you knew the setting of the movie, which it's pretty apparent that that's like a distant future, it's a vision of the world gone to crap, and it would make pretty much anyone else insane. And since it's the Joker, it would make him twice as insane as anybody else. I mean, in this future, Batman is willing to kill the Joker, and he's cursing, which we don't typically see in Batman, especially back in the present day. So in this far future vision, it would make sense that Joker is twice as crazy, meaning his laugh might be twice as annoying. That's how I see it. But if he thought he was the cringiest Joker and the worst Joker over a laugh, sorry, Chief, that isn't a really good valid opinion there. But I'll let it slide.
Okay.
I like the perspective you get on all the individual characters and the culmination of the story. I thought was very nice.
I'm quite happy with what Ethan said here. He talked some good about the movie and explained why and what he found appealing. Good on Ethan. He's actually getting a little bit better.
So there you have it. Eating my words, man. It's a pretty good movie.
And that's the point I was waiting for. He completely ate his words. And this is a beautiful clip I can play right now.
You guys, come on, though. That this movie is gonna suck bad. That last Joker scene. Okay, you guys can all laugh in my
So how is
face and call
everyone
me an
watching
idiot.
it, by the-
Zack Snyder. So let me share my thoughts. I watched all 4 hours. Here's what I'm gonna say about it. It was pretty good. Really? Yeah, it was pretty good. Apparently they reshot all the ending, and that was like a big deal. It was so unnecessary, bro. You did not need that. It was so stupid. It was horrible. Do you understand what I'm saying? Horrible. It's just so unnecessary.
And this is the part where Ethan's opinion and all the good work he's been doing goes to absolute crap. He doesn't watch these movies with an open mind at all. As soon as he saw Jared Leto's Joker, he probably had a bad taste in his mouth from the get-go because he crapped on him so badly during the trailer in his second video about Zack Snyder's Justice League. So when it comes to this third video about Zack Snyder's Justice League, I don't expect him to give any valid opinion, which he does give a little bit, but he says the entire ending of the movie is unnecessary. You know movies have to end though, right? If you're just talking about the epilogue where we have to see where all the characters go, including where Bruce Wayne is, which Bruce Wayne is still having visions and he ends up running into Martian Manhunter. If you're talking about solely the vision, I don't think it's unnecessary. It gives a good point on where we're heading if there was ever a sequel. And then him waking up and talking to Martian Manhunter is 1, awesome fan service, 2, explains a lot and Martian Manhunter popping up earlier in the film, and 3, it sets up what's coming next and that Martian Manhunter will be a valuable character going forward. It's a good setup. Batman v Superman gave a little bit of setup for this movie, and Man of Steel gave a little bit of a setup for Batman v Superman. Every single movie in a franchise will give a little bit of a setup on what's going to come next, especially when there's a plan in mind, which Zack Snyder has a plan for Justice League 2, 3, probably 4, 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. We don't know. But to Ethan, it's completely unnecessary. Movies have to be standalone when this isn't a standalone movie. This is a movie part of a franchise. That was the goal of it from the start. This movie was plucked out of 2017 and placed in 2021. It's not a brand new fresh idea. Yeah, he did a little bit of reshoots, but they weren't completely unnecessary. That future nightmare vision thing was always planned to happen towards the end of the movie to do a little bit of a setup for a second movie. They just added Jared Leto's Joker in there because it fit and it was good fan service for a lot and many people enjoyed it. You don't seem to like it and that's alright. But the ending of the movie was not useless and it wasn't horrible. Now again, if you agree with H3H3 and everything he says and you're one of his lovers, comment down below and explain to me more in depth and I will make a whole new video talking about your comment. But if you agree with me, you can also comment down below and let me know what you guys think of Zack Snyder's Justice League. I personally loved the movie. You guys can go ahead and go talk about spoilers down there because the movie's been out for a while and I didn't want to post this video right away after Zack Snyder's Justice League or near when H3H3 put it out because I wanted to give enough time for everyone to watch it. Everyone should have seen it by now, so so feel free to talk about spoilers down in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. You guys can also hop over to my Discord. I'll leave a link at the top of the description to join, and we can talk about Zack Snyder's Justice League. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys all next time. Peace.